Who would you like to see Devin fight next? Or not even next, let's say now.
Teof-HOE.
Teof-HOE.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that's right.
Teof-HOE.
All right, so you heard what Mike just said.
Teof-HOE. Name is Mr. Lopez. Come on, man, be nice on this show. God damn.
Now you heard what he said. T-HOE, come on out the woodwork, boy, and let's make a real.
Mr. Lopez, these niggas ain't gonna give me a fucking
world champion. That's what we need to do. Come out the bushes. Come out the bushes, and you do what Mike Tyson did, and you do what Zab Judah did.
Well, we were all wondering what was the new nickname Mike Tyson gave to Lopez. As you all heard on the audio, it was Teof-HOE. However, jokes aside, Mike Tyson told Devin that at 135, he wants to see him fight Teof-HOE next. For the people that don't know, one of the main reasons Devin Haney pulled up on Mike Tyson to hotbox with him was to clear the airwaves, since there was so much misinformation given by Teofimo Lopez when he was hotboxing with Mike Tyson, in which Mike Tyson wasted little to no time to put Devin Haney on FaceTime when Teofimo was talking shit. Excuse my language, but that was just what it was. Nevertheless, one thing in common about Devin and Teofimo interview with Mike Tyson was that Mike told both to fight each other. Mike Tyson told Teofimo Lopez when he started dosing off, talking about compulsors while having Devin Haney on FaceTime, Mike immediately cut him off by telling Teo, "You should fight Devin next. You guys should fight each other next." And obviously, Teo had to play along by stating, we should. But the million-dollar question, will Teofimo accept Mike Tyson's challenge? Coming from Teo's idol, his hero. See, the unique thing about Mike Tyson, this ain't your average maximum hypocrisy Kellerman that's going to be on script with the witness protection program for the NBF TakeOver by Teofimo Lopez. Nah, this is Mike Tyson. He's raw with it. He's going to tell you what it is. That's why when Teofimo was getting challenged by Mike Tyson, he was looking at Mike like he was going off script, which is exactly why Teo said Tyson was instigating after hotboxing with Mike. As if he's not a fighter. As if Mike Tyson is trying to get him to do something that's suicidal, when Teofimo should be the one instigating, since it's all about the takeover. But we all know what it is. That's why he's holding the NBF belt, which Teo requested through email to be the NBF champion of the world. Furthermore, I gave you guys one thing in common between Teo and Devin interview with Mike Tyson. Now, the one thing uncommon between the two, Teofimo hotboxing with Mike Tyson was posted on Mike Tyson's main channel, which has over 1 million subscribers. On the other hand, Devin Haney hotboxing with Mike Tyson was posted on a secondary new channel that had less than 15,000 subscribers at this present in time, which was an eye-opener to me. So I checked this secondary channel. Automatically, I noticed there's only 2 interviews on this channel. The Ryan Garcia hotboxing with Mike Tyson, and now the Devin Haney hotboxing with Mike Tyson. Now, what's ironic about this new channel, if the purpose is to grow this new channel, how come Teofimo hotboxing with Mike is not posted on this secondary channel, even though Teo hotboxing with Mike was in between Ryan and Devin interviews? In other words, Teo had the honor to hotbox with Mike after Ryan and before Devin. So again, if the purpose is to grow this new channel, then why Teo hotboxing with Mike is on his main channel like every single episode, except of Devin and Ryan episodes? Now that doesn't make any sense, now does it? However, the answer is very simple and plain. They obviously applying damage control, but whoever is in charge should be held accountable, because the whole purpose is to grow the Hot Boxing podcast bigger than ever. So why post 2 of the hottest Hot Boxing episodes on this secondary channel randomly that had 0 audience a month ago? So they built this channel from scratch of Ryan and Devin, so they won't get as much exposure as Teo, for example, who did the interview in between of them guys. Therefore, to put things in perspective, since Ryan Garcia, the champion of Instagram, trolled Gervonta to the max while hotboxing with Mike in order to receive more Instagram followers, obviously the higher ups had to establish damage control to contain the message, since Ryan fooled the baddest man on the planet, hyping Mike into believing Ryan was going to fight Tank next. So that's why they posted it on a new channel that had 0 subscribers. But when it came to Teo misinforming the public, they put that on the main channel. Then when Devin came along to tell Mike all about the NBF takeover, they didn't like what they heard, so they obviously put it with Ryan Garcia on the secondary channel, just to show you guys what is really going on, which is damage control. They're trying to control the narrative, old media that is, but the truth will always come out given by new media, where Akhi always put it together like puzzle every single time. So whoever is responsible, he must be held accountable for doing this on purpose. This was done by design. See, old media does not want these fights to happen because history always repeats itself. Furthermore, Mike Tyson said these fighters that's pretty much hiding behind politics, they need to get stripped. Mike was speaking about the likes of Teof-HOE, Ryan, Canelo Alvarez, so on and so forth, which that's another video for another day. However, I'm gonna leave you guys with what Roy Jones said about what is it like to be a champion. It's not to claim other people's belts. It's not to claim other people's accomplishments, but it's the contrary. It's to fight the people with other belts, especially when the fight is the fight that the world wants to see, including Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet himself.
Secondly, when I was fighting, I wasn't like them. I wouldn't have got every belt possible that I could get in my weight class at the time. And Mike did the same thing. We come from the old school. It wasn't no talk about we'll take this with. No. We want every belt you got. I don't care what kind of belt it is. It could be the Joe Patty seafood belt. I want that. I don't care what it was. If you had a belt in my weight class in my prime, I wanted that. So right now, you think you want to see me perform? You
pick one fight. What is the mega fight in the sport? Teof-HOE Lopez versus who in a couple of years or next year?
I don't even know. Devin Haney. I would say Devin Haney.
Who would you like to fight at? There are obviously some attractive options there at lightweight. Who would you like to fight the most?
I don't mind being the 2-time email world champion. You know what I mean? That'll be fine. You know, I know a lot of people are already saying that this is not for undisputed because of that. Whatever with Mauricio Suleiman and whatever he did, but I just got a belt that said franchise world champion. So from WBC. And you got a guy like Devin Haney fighting Gamboa, a washed-out Gamboa, just for a record that he wants to keep it safe and pretty. I can fight those guys. I don't mind it.
Do you think Haney would fight you next, assuming he beats Gamboa?
I don't care. I don't think any of these guys will step up to the plate. And if they do, they better be ready. Because I don't fear no man. I told you guys this. I don't care. I'm in there to fight. And if you're not there to fight with me, you're going to lose.
Thank
like
you.
Loma. Like, if I take that fight, it's just for bragging rights, just to shut him up and destroy his career. That's really what it is. I don't care. That's the type of person I am. I ain't here to I'm not here to see another fighter build up his career. If he wants to take that step and fight, I'm more than happy to just take him out that route of what everybody's talking about, saying the next Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. Yeah, get out of here with that bullshit.
Teof-HOE Lopez is the one with the rest of the belt. So that's the main fight that I want to make happen.
But when it comes to Devin, I got to think about it. Devin has not a long way. He got like maybe 3 to 5 years to get to that point to where we can make that fight happen. 3 to 5 years to where we can make that fight happen.
We're going to whoop his. We're going to make the fight happen. I tried to save his career. I did. Kid you not. I tried to protect his career. I told him, hey, 3 to 5 years, you know, work your way up. A lot of people are going to take this wrong. I try to take care of this man's career, but now, you know, he's gotten out of hand, and it kind of got me going now. So we're gonna start pressing him on it. And me and my father already we're all good on it. We're on the same page. So I believe Devin Haney will be next.
What needs to happen to make this fight be confirmed?
He needs to take the fight. Whether he gets $2 million or $3 million, he needs to take the fight. Devin Haney, none of these guys.
But in terms of Devin, since you're talking about him and you're asking what
it ain't gonna happen.
No,
it ain't gonna happen.
No, in terms, which is the fight that you want to happen at 35? Which one are you looking at?
Like I said, man, a lot of people can say whatever they want, but the dude actually fought his way to get his shot with me, and he has actually 2. So it is gonna be Kambosos.